Hi guys, today I'm going to show you some more lighting examples from my newest video, which just premiered today on my channel, and then I'll show you how I adjust the colors to make the shots look more cinematic.
And now whenever I do one of these lighting tutorials, I always seem to get, a whole bunch of trolls leaving comments on my videos like, "Oh, that looks horrible," or "Ooh, I would never do that." And you know what? If you've ever done paid work as a cinematographer, then I'll tell you this. There's lots of different styles of cinematography. Now, this video that I'm doing right now and the examples, the lighting examples I'm showing you guys in this video are supposed to sort of simulate what you see in shows like CSI or like certain Michael Bay films, which is not naturalistic or not realistic at all. I mean, if you watch CSI, you'll see they have lots of gelled lights and lots of just lights within the shot, just glaring at the camera, just kind of add this sparkle. It almost looks like a music video, and then reality. And so that's the kind of look that I'm going for in this tutorial. It's like I said, it's very bold, in your face type of lighting. Okay, so the first example I'll show you guys is this shot here. This is how it looks without any of the lights.
Action.
Okay, so as you can see, it's a quick shot. It's basically one of our hero cops, who's played by my good buddy Yang Lee. He's also got a really cool YouTube channel where he does martial arts stunts combined with special effects. He's getting basically attacked, and he surrenders to this villainous girl played by Diana Schultzen. Hope I'm pronouncing it right. This is how the shot looks, when I start off. Just once I pick my framing. And as you can see, the location that we had was didn't have very good lights, and then there were some windows there in the back that were really bright, and it was just, yeah. If I just simply left the shot like this, basically with the kind of lighting that was there, it would obviously not look very nice. So in order to to add some more contrast to it and some more definition to the actors' faces, so the first light that I use is this big softbox. I kind of position it, as much over over the actors' heads as I can. Kind of move it in really close to them. Then I adjust my camera exposure here. Then the next light I add is this green light, which is just a regular tungsten light. Could be a work light. It doesn't matter. This one was, I think, 1000 watts. And I just put this green gel over it, and I placed it kind of behind the actors, just to the right side, off camera. And then the third light I added, which wasn't really lighting them so much as it just simply added this kind of extra glare in the shot, just to make it a little bit more interesting. It's again just a regular tungsten light, but this time it's with a blue gel. And right away, as you can see, it just makes a big difference when you compare it to the beginning. When it comes to color correction for this shot, it's pretty straightforward. It can be done in any editing software pretty much. For this shot, I ended up using, this is an Adobe Premiere, but again, you can do this in Final Cut or Sony Vegas because all of them have the same effect. Just go to Video Effects, Color Correction, and you apply the three-way color corrector. That's my favorite. Here, apply it, and then this represents your dark areas, your midtones, and then your highlight areas of your image. So for this one, I'll pretty much just take the dark areas, and I'll kind of add a bit of a blue to it. You can see the more I drag it towards the blue, the more blue those shadowy dark areas are turning. Like for example, go to red, you'll see they turn red. So I just want to add this sort of since I already have the blue light there in the shot, I want to add even more of this kind of a blue tint to it. And then otherwise the shot looks pretty interesting because I use those gel lights. Now also the shot lacks a bit of contrast, so what I'm going to do is go here to my levels. So I'm pulling this here in the levels to the right, sorry. And as you can see, the more I pull it in, the more of the black image kind of gets clipped and it gets turned to 100% black. Now if you overdo it, you can turn it into almost like this cartoon, or comic book look. But I just want to do it a little bit in the dark areas here. Maybe just take the middle part, also just darken it. And that's too much, I think. I think there will be good. And then the same thing for the highlights. So again, choose highlights, and I'm gonna kind of again crush those highlight areas, And that's pretty much it. Go to master. And this is how the shot looks after it's been color corrected.
Okay, and action.
I give up.
Now the next shot, or actually a whole bunch of shots that I'm going to show you guys, is from this action sequence that I have in my video. Just take a look at this.
It's got action.
So as you can see, this whole sequence has a lot of different shots, and originally actually in the script I was only supposed to have one or maybe two shots where the cop quickly disarms one of the girls. But while I was busy filming one of the other scenes, Young Lee, who plays the cop in the scene, decided to kind of choreograph this whole sequence, this fight sequence. And once him and the girls kind of figured out what they were gonna do, this was actually them kind of showing me how the whole sequence is gonna look.
So you do a sweep, I do oh yeah, and then you hop over, and then oh yeah, you do that, and then 1, 2, 3,
Back
4,
handspring.
5. Yeah, okay, hold me, and then you punch, and I elbow you, and then I punch her in the boot 5 times.
What a finale.
And and right away when I saw it, I knew I had to include this in the final video. But the problem was that I had a very limited amount of time, and in order to get all these different shots, I knew that everything had to be handheld. There's no way I could set up the camera on a tripod and all that stuff, change to change for all these angles. And so yeah, everything had to be handheld so that I could quickly move around, reframe and kind of change the composition of the shots on the fly, and also so I could quickly focus in and out. And the same thing when it comes to lighting. This was the location that we used, which is the same location that we used in a lot of the different other scenes throughout this video. And simply because I didn't want to show again the same empty warehouse, I kind of decided that I just the only best way I could do it is just to kind of hide it and make everything look completely pitch black pretty much. Now the way I achieved that, since there was quite a bit of daylight coming in, was by putting two really strong lights. These are two tungsten 1000 watt lights, and I had them at two opposite ends, and one light had a yellow gel and the other had a blue gel. And since the lights were so strong, I had to adjust the exposure down in my camera, which results in shots that look like this. Now the color correction for these shots is very similar to previous shots. Again, I applied the three-way color corrector, and I just kind of look at the image and kind of first I always decide what is the look that I want. And again, I look at the image and I decide what I want. So all those walls there behind them, I want them to pretty much disappear into black. So I gotta again crush those black dark parts of the image, and then the next thing is to just add a little bit of a tint of blue, maybe a little green to the shadow areas, and maybe again punch up the highlights a bit. So I go here I can go to my master tool, for example, first, and then just adjust the levels, and this will adjust the overall image. And as you can see, as I pull this black area, see, the more I pull it to the right, it basically means that it's turning more of those dark pixels into complete black darkness. So the more I move this to the right, you'll notice that the darker this whole area here gets. And then when it comes to the shadows, I'm just gonna adjust the colors and just add a bit of blue maybe. And once I get something that I'm happy with, then all I can really do is just just take this, right click, go copy, and then I can just apply it to all my other clips, and they'll all have the same look. And again, this is how it looks with the color correction, and this is how it looked before.
Alright, thanks for watching this week's tutorial. Now I'd like to show you guys my finished video, which you can watch on my channel or by clicking here. Also on my website I have a bunch of exclusive tutorials such as the Dinner Date Short Film School, which kind of documents and sort of shows you in detail how I made that short film. Or for example my music video film school, where I show you 3 different music videos that I made, everything from the planning process all the way to the post-production. And I also have a cool new product called the Lighting Dozen, where I just show you the cinematography techniques. So I show you how I set up the camera settings, what lenses, cameras I use, how I set up the lights, and then also what I do in post-production with regards to, for example, the color correction of it, and some any little post-production techniques that I apply to it. So if you guys are interested, then please check out the store on my website. Thank you guys, and I'll see you next time.